The years of early 8-bit game systems displayed some impressive titles, with the racing genre being among some of the most popular, and the Sega Master System was no exception to that rule, as the console produced some fine examples, with a few being ports of arcade and 16-bit games that managed to hold their own among racing fans. So here we are going to take a look at the top 6 of the best racing games released on the Sega Master System. Buggy Run is an off-road racing game that released in 1993, where players drive buggies through rugged terrain, competing against other opponents that play from a top-down isometric perspective. The game provides options to upgrade vehicles, which will be essential to achieve victory in later stages of the championship mode. A fun yet challenging game that is also great fun to play with friends in the multiplayer mode, either head-to-head or in championships to see who is the best off-road racer. F1 Championship is fully licensed by the FIA Racing Association, with 12 tracks from the 1993 F1 racing season that received great reviews across all system ports during its launch, with the game being added on other consoles like the Sega Mega Drive, Game Gear and Amiga systems. It brings the high-speed world of Formula 1 racing to take on challenging circuits, competing against rivals in precise, skillful driving. Tight turns and high speeds make this a challenging but rewarding experience for racing fans. A very solid racer, and it is often seen as one of the best on the Master System. The 8-bit Master System port of OutRun is often seen as one of the best racing games on the console. It displays some impressive details and a great soundtrack with its own take on the popular music themes from the arcade edition. Like other versions of the game, you race through checkpoints with alternative routes to take, which will see you racing across various and stunning looking landscapes, from beaches to mountainscapes, country roads and forests, that are very addictive and will lead you to explore every available area to drive through. I have covered this and many other OutRun games from other systems in a previous video that you should also check out if you're a fan of this classic arcade series. There will be a link to it in the description. Super Racing is a Formula 1 inspired game with challenging tracks and plenty of competitive features to test your skill. You race against competitors on each track, being mindful of upcoming turns as they are sharp and tough to manoeuvre around. Your aim is to win each race in the championship to become the best overall Formula 1 driver. The game will play from a top-down perspective and has some impressive visuals and sound effects, and is often regarded as one of the best racing games ever on the Master System. It is definitely worth a try. Micro Machines brings the iconic toy brand into the video game realm with cartoony, fast-paced fun playing from a top-down perspective that would receive great reception when it first released on consoles back in 1991. The game is often seen as one of the greatest ever racers during the 8 and 16-bit console eras, with excellent visuals, music, sound effects and fantastic multiplayer features, a dynamic that would later be expanded upon in its later sequels that released on the Game Gear and Mega Drive and later systems. Sadly, the Master System would only receive a port of the first game, but it is still seen as one of the greatest racers on the console, and it is highly recommended that you give this one a go. It's a lot of fun. Road Rash is often seen as quite possibly one of the greatest racing games on the Master System itself, being a port of the first game from the Sega Mega Drive, with great visuals, sound and gameplay, pushing the little 8-bit console to its limits, and it plays a lot better than you would expect. Like the game seen on the Mega Drive, you have to kick, punch, steal and use opponents' weapons against them, while trying to deal with cops to achieve victory. You will earn cash if you finish in the top 3 places of the race pack, which you must use to upgrade or buy a new bike, which will be essential for your progress into the longer, more difficult race chapters later on. A very solid experience on the Master System, and if you are a fan of the classic Road Rash games, you must certainly give this one a try also. It is definitely a highlight for Sega's 8-bit console. Here we have looked at what I consider to be the top 6 greatest racing games on the Sega Master System that are great fun to play, with plenty of challenges and high speed fun to enjoy. But with that being said, the console also produced many more memorable racing experiences that didn't quite make it into this list, that you can check out here in this next video, so if you want to know more, definitely head on over and check it out.